What's going on, everyone? This is 11Nation Dragon here, and today I'm bringing you another gameplay commentary. And just to get the gameplay out of the way, I think I'm using the P90, and I go 10-1 on mission. But otherwise, yeah. This is SnD Search and Destroy, if you guys didn't know. So today, what I wanted to talk about is choices. And now this is going to be the second episode of my new series, which is called the Ponder Commentaries, where I basically review and talk about sort of a deep topic, and I just express my thoughts and feelings. And if you guys have any, comments, emotions, concerns, or anything of that such, please write that in the comment section below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. So, today's topic is, why do people make the choices that they make? Now, personally for me, I feel like there are 2 to 3 main reasons for which people make their choice. So, for most people, I think that we make choices based on our own comfort and pleasure and our fear. So, for example, every morning, I'm pretty sure most of you guys eat breakfast or stuff. Or let's just take eating as an example. So why do we eat? It's just because to satisfy our hunger, which is part of that pleasure and comfort zone. And why do we play video games, for example? Because it's pleasure and stuff like that. But I think that we do homework sometimes, out of fear. In terms of we're afraid that we're gonna get caught by the teachers or we're gonna get in trouble. That's at least one reason why some people might do homework. Definitely in a life or death situation, people will make choices based on that fear. So I think overall most people will do things out of fear and comfort. Now, a historical example would probably be the World War II or the Holocaust. Because many Germans didn't do anything against Hitler for this reason. They were afraid of being sort of that them group. We seem to divide ourselves between the us group and the them group. And if we're in the them group, the us group tends to generalize the them group and discriminate, feel prejudice, all that stuff. And no one really wants to be that outsider. They want to be within society. They want to be part of a group and be understood and respected. So I think a lot of the Germans didn't rebel against Hitler's views, mainly because they were afraid that they would either get a beat down or I don't know, something worse, they might get arrested, they might be executed, something like that. I think that drove at least some of their choices to the ground, basically, because they didn't do anything about it. They were too afraid. Now, some of the other, I don't want to say Nazi high command, part of the SS, definitely did a lot of the stuff made for their own comfort because they were profiting from such of a labor, the Jews' labor, which is definitely not good, but it definitely influenced their choices. Now, there are people who go sort of a step beyond what that is. Basically, they make sacrificial choices where you sacrifice your own well-being for the sake of others. And I think these are the people who we should call heroes because they're doing something honorable, heroic, justifiable, stuff like that. And it's just overwhelmingly, I don't really want to say good, but good, I guess. Yeah, sure. They're a good person. But I think these people are the ones that we should try to aspire to be because if we're just caring about ourselves and we don't care about others, history can go down the same path as World War II did. So we really do need to study that and understand that each one of our choices can make a difference. especially in the lives of those who are in need. For example, again, back into the World War II. Yeah, and I'm talking about World War II a lot because I just took my history final, but yeah, it's sort of related. So basically, World War II, there was a German Nazi called Oskar Schindler, who in the originally he was just like any other, like Nazi person. He didn't really care about anyone else. He was self-centered, arrogant, and he was mainly looking to profit off of labor and become rich. However, as he witnessed these horrifying attributions of the Holocaust, he realized that instead it's not like the Nazis' propaganda that Jews were like subhuman and all that stuff. That was completely false. They were just normal people, and he realized that the Germans were actually just persecuting normal people. And so he decided to take it upon himself to risk his life, risk being arrested to help these Jews. And I think that's incredibly heroic. That's unbelievable. He was able to save 1,200 Jews from extermination, and that's just like memorable. Like, we really need to appreciate these type of choices. So overall, I think that we need to realize that our choices affect people, whether indirectly or directly themselves. We need to understand that we have to look at all the possibilities and the consequences of these choices to see which one is the correct one, or like the morally right one, which one will benefit the most amount of people rather than just oneself. And we also have to consider other people. We do consider other people, but not to the extent of where we're willing to risk our lives or something like that. But if people were able to develop that sort of mentality, I think the world could definitely be a much, much better place. If you like this commentary, please give it a like rating. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. Goodbye.
Get ready for the next round. Search and destroy.